Ciaz is a YouTuber known for his urban exploration videos, often visiting abandoned places with his friends. But in this video, things took a terrifying turn. While exploring an old abandoned campsite deep in the woods, they came across several warning signs such as private property and do not enter. But they chose to keep going. The deeper they went, the more unsettling it became. Strange signs appeared along the path, and then they started hearing screams echoing from within the forest.
Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè? Heel mad.
And that's when things got truly dangerous. A woman emerged from the trees, wielding a hatchet and threatening their lives.
Hallo. Hallo. What the f***? Hey! Wat? Kom. Kom.
Even after tripping and falling, he managed to get far enough to hide and call the police to report the terrifying encounter. When officers arrived, the woman was still acting erratic and aggressive, showing no signs of calming down, even with them there. But after speaking with her for a while, they chose not to arrest her, despite everything that had happened. Ciaz later shared that the experience had a lasting impact on him and strongly advised his viewers to stay away from places like that, especially at night. Brendan Explores is a YouTuber focused on documenting his van adventures across the United Kingdom. His content has nothing to do with creepy encounters or paranormal events, but in this video, something happened that he never expected, and what he captured is genuinely unsettling.
I don't want this video to scare anybody from getting out there and camping in a vehicle or a tent or whatever and getting out and enjoying the great outdoors, because I've done hundreds of camps, and although this is by far the worst camping experience I've ever had, it's by no means a regular occurrence. So I'm not going to waffle anymore. Here's the video. We'll start the day waking up, and then yeah, I suppose it gradually got a little bit worse from there really, but
his plan for the day was to end it in a small coastal village called Jaywick, located in the western part of the UK.
Today, we take our adventure to the coast. The eventual goal of today's video is to go and visit, or possibly drive through, Clacton-on-Sea and finish our adventure at a little town in England called Jaywick, coined as one of the most deprived towns in the UK. And I thought, as soon as I'm in the area, I just had to go and see it.
And so he did. He followed his usual routine, parked the van, cooked a meal, and documented everything for YouTube. At first, he expected Jaywick to be a quiet, peaceful place to spend the night, but that quickly changed. A man blasting music through a Bluetooth speaker and a car circling the area made him question whether staying there overnight was a good idea.
That mini motorbike that was running earlier on has been firing up again. I don't know if I feel this car park or not. When I started cooking dinner, there was a few cars parked around me. There was a van over there. And now I am the only one in this car park, and I wonder why. I'm going to follow my gut instinct. I'm not parking here tonight. Just got a funny feeling about it. And I think when you have that feeling, best thing you can do is move on. Right, okay. I'll look for park for night.
He left the parking lot and eventually found a spot in the middle of nowhere to spend the night, thinking he was finally far from any trouble, but he was wrong.
Oh, nice and quiet here. Not even a sound of a distant car. Just how I like it. I don't think you can see much out there, but it's absolutely dead quiet. But thank you ever so much for joining me. I will bring you back in the morning and I'll show you a proper look at this place. Couldn't really see much when it's pitch black, but yeah. I appreciate you joining me for this adventure. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far, and stick around next week as we explore a couple more places on our way back to Shrewsbury. I'll see you in the morning. Hey! Right, whoever the that was has now gone. I'm gonna get out of here.
At the end of his video, Brendan says that someone smashed his windows and tried to break into the van. He believes the attacker may have spotted the fridge in the front cabin and saw an opportunity to steal. But the moment Brendan screamed, whoever it was took off without looking back. Tim Morozov is a Russian YouTuber known for his camping adventures and occasional ghost hunting content. But during one trip, things took a terrifying turn. While camping in the forest with his loyal dog, Kuchum, Tim began hearing footsteps circling his tent in the middle of the night. As someone with plenty of experience in the outdoors, he came well prepared and armed, ready to defend himself if needed. After a tense standoff, Tim and Kuchum stepped outside to investigate. The dog quickly picked up on something deeper in the forest and took off into the darkness, but he didn't come back. By sunrise, there was still no sign of him. Worried, Tim ventured into the woods to search. That's when he began noticing strange symbols carved into trees and stumbled upon a fresh campfire, still warm. Nearby, he found a wooden cage, crudely built, proof that someone else had been there recently. He continued searching until nightfall, and that's when he was attacked.
Bana.
Terrified and on the run, Tim managed to escape and hide. And just when things seemed hopeless, Kuchum returned, leading the way out of the forest. Andy, the man behind Backpacking UK, is known for his wild camping trips and practical gear reviews across the United Kingdom. His content usually sticks to tips, tricks, and peaceful adventures. But on what seemed like a regular gear testing trip, things quickly took a disturbing turn.
Right, today it's a nice evening. It's really quite nice and warm. So I thought I'd come out for a wild camp and test out some of my new camping gear. So really excited. I love it when I test out camping gear. So I don't usually come out on my own, but nobody else was available. And look at this, it's just lovely. So I've got some new X-Ped gear to show you today. It's really nice stuff. It's got lots of little features, lots of little nice fixings, great design.
He found a remote spot, thinking it was far from anyone. As usual, he began unpacking his gear, walking viewers through each item and its purpose. But just as he was getting ready to settle in for a peaceful night, a car suddenly pulled up with 3 men armed.
Just been busted. Really busted. Like 3 guys, Land Rover busted. Oh dear. Have to keep it quiet. Oh dear. Well, campers, that was an experience, but a good one. It's out of the way now. It's the first time I've been busted, so oh God, nearly got shot. Oh dear. God. Nice. This old guy with a gun. Someone in a suit. And then the backup team, which I weren't going to mess with them, just asking what the I was doing.
As it turned out, Andy had accidentally trespassed on private land used for active shooting, a fact he didn't know when he set up camp. Even though the men didn't make any direct threats, the presence of firearms and the unexpected confrontation made the whole thing feel far more dangerous than a standard warning to leave.
I just apologised straight away. It's like there's no point being aggy about it. You know, you just got to put your hands up. Just sorry, you know, bit of an idiot. Felt an idiot, that's for sure. You know, won't happen again, type thing, which it won't. God, I didn't realise it was a shoot in Woodland. Didn't know that at all. Get a bullet in the brain. How am I going to explain that to the missus? Oh dear me. Oh well, that is an epic wild camping fail. Oh dear me, it really is. Well, campers, that's how not to go wild camping, but it's a good lesson in how to deal if you get caught wild camping. Be nice, confess up, don't get aggy, move on, and most importantly, don't go back.
There were no signs warning that the area was used for shooting, and luckily, Andy managed to leave without facing any legal consequences or getting hurt. But if things had played out differently, this incident could have taken a much darker turn. Uncharted Travel is a channel about exploring abandoned buildings where the creator sometimes spends the night in his tent. In this video, he plans to do just that, make it through the night alone in what's known as the biggest abandoned mansion in Canada.
Gotta be careful because there are quite a few what looks like dwellings around here, residences where people are milling about, so it's not the safest entry, because if somebody calls the police, I'm kind of out here on my own. I don't really have any sort of escape plan. Jake's going to a hotel for the night and he won't be back until morning, so I have to be able to last.
As you can see, the building truly looks abandoned. There's debris all over the ground, broken glass throughout the entire place, and the empty rooms are marked with graffiti on the walls.
After no one bid on the property, it sat abandoned for months until it was finally purchased by a Toronto-based company named Crown Capital Corporations. Years later, the mansion still sits in a derelict state, slowly decaying beyond repair. Hello?
He can't quite tell where the sounds are coming from, and assuming it's just pigeons making noise somewhere inside the building, he begins setting up his tent and getting ready for the night, unaware that the sounds will return, this time louder and clearer. It sounded like there were people downstairs arguing, and the noise woke him up, a dangerous and terrifying situation, considering he was alone in an abandoned building with strangers nearby. Despite the fear, he stayed calm and chose not to leave his tent, a decision that might have saved him since he had no idea what those people were actually doing. Back in the summer of 2013, A man was out camping in the remote wilderness of New Brunswick when he captured something on camera that still can't be explained. While recording the peaceful scenery around him, he suddenly noticed something unusual: a tall, shadowy figure standing still directly facing him. He froze, trying to process what he was looking at, but before he could react, the figure began to fade. It didn't move or run, it simply vanished. The video ends without any clear answers, cutting off suddenly and leaving behind nothing but mystery and speculation. What was it? And why did it disappear like that? That's all for today. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Don't forget to leave a comment with your favorite encounter. And as always, thanks for watching and stay safe out there.